New update, my husband posted my body online.
I am not op. Original post by you, broken-hearted temp in R, true off my chest. Trigger warnings. Revenge porn. Addiction. Domestic abuse. Manipulation. Groping. Rape. Less than. Mood spoiler. Sad. Less than. An NBSP. My husband posted my body online the 22nd of August 2022.
Last Friday I, 34F, spent my evening with obligatory fake name, Kate, a young friend, 24F, from work as she wanted to discuss something personal with me. I didn't think anything of it as we do have a very personal relationship outside of work as well. As soon as I arrived to her place, the tension in the air was thick. She explained that she wanted to discuss a serious matter with me but that she didn't know how to go about it. I told her to just rip the band-aid off and tell me. She told me that she had found 2 recordings of a woman she believed to be me on a pornographic website. I told her that wouldn't be possible, but she was adamant that I was the woman in the recording. And she was right. I've never recorded myself naked or having sex with my husband, but there I was in 2 recordings of 7 minutes and 4 minutes, both of them recorded in our old bedroom.
As I rewatched every second of it, it starts to dawn on me that this was my husband's doing. But I pushed that deep down because there must be a reasonable explanation for this. Honestly, I left her place with my mind in a complete meltdown. I could barely hear what she was saying, but she did follow up with a text saying she's been in contact with the website about getting it taken down and that she'll help me go through this. She also said she's scouring the internet in case there are more out there. I came home and pretty much ransacked my house looking for evidence, and I found it. My husband was using a hidden spy cameras to spy on me and record me in my most intimate moments. I then just spent hours vomiting, crying, projectile vomiting some more, and begging God to just let this be a nightmare.
I am a deeply religious and a fully veiled Muslim woman, and I've never been with anyone but my husband, and all this time he has been sharing my most intimate moments with the world. I don't know what to think or what to do. I can't look at him or speak to him. I've locked myself in our bedroom pretending I have COVID. All I do is look up how other people have dealt with getting things removed, and it seems like once it's on the internet it really is forever, even if I remove it from this one website. I've been crying non-stop. He truly must be something demonic, as he is right now talking about ordering in some of my favorites to see if I have an appetite since I haven't been eating well. I am so unbelievably hurt. I don't know how to share this with my family, how to ask for help. I am crippled with shame, anger and pain.
Answering some questions. 1. My husband, soon-to-be ex-husband, and I are the same religion, race, ethnicity and nationality. 2. My culture does not participate in honor killings, and I'm not afraid of my family harming me or not siding with me. 3. My family would support me in divorcing him. In fact, they would demand I do. 4. The laws in my country are secular, but in certain circumstances it allows for the various religious groups in the country to hold their own courts that can enforce their rulings, as long as it doesn't impose or break secular law or civil liberties. 5. I do plan on taking this to secular court and religious court, as I want him punished. 6. I am veiled by choice, and the vast majority of my fellow countrywomen do not veil. 7. I am a niqabi, meaning the only part of me visible to the public are my eyes. When I am with my family or with other women, in women-only spaces, I don't veil. 8. Kate and I do not share the same religion, nor dress alike, and yet we are friends. Kel surprise. An NBSP. Update on my previous post. My husband posted my body online the 8th of September 2022. I left him as I said I would. He went to work. The movers arrived, we packed my stuff and we left. The entire time I was crying to the point that even the movers were worried for me, but I couldn't stop myself from crying. I went home, sat my parents and siblings down, and explained the situation. My parents were and still are confused. They are elderly and fragile. They don't understand the internet. They just keep saying, okay, let's talk to the people and it will be gone. But my siblings understand. They are angry. They are sad and heartbroken on my behalf. My siblings and brother-in-laws took me home. We waited for him and we had a conversation with him. He denied it at first. So my brothers were firm with him and he started to be more truthful. He said he did it because he was depressed, because he had a porn addiction, sex addiction, and because he didn't think anyone would see it. He said he posted only a few. When we asked him to be specific, he said he posted anything from 5 to 8. We had him take it down, but who knows how many times it has been downloaded or shared. In that moment I also found out he had a secret phone. He was also cheating on me with random women and sex workers. All this time I was thinking he's working hard, but nope, he was out disgracing himself and betraying our marriage. At some point he convinced us he needed to use the bathroom and he somehow managed to call his mother, who arrived at our home with his brother and cousins. There was a commotion as they were angry at the treatment of their family member. Then things calmed down enough to explain to them what he had done. His mother fainted. His mother is elderly and not in the greatest health condition. We called for an ambulance. My neighbor had also called the police and I was arrested by the time the ambulance arrived to take care of my mother-in-law. I spent the evening locked up. Didn't exactly have polite conversation with him. So yes, I was arrested for assaulting him. Specifically slapping him. And he refused to press charges. Got released the next morning and went home to my parents. Cried some more because my parents kept crying. Then a few days later I spoke to some lawyers my sister had contacted as they had experience with non-consensual material being posted online. They have been handling things with the police as I did press charges and they are dealing with the websites. I also have started the process of divorce. I went to the clinic and got tested and luckily he didn't give me anything so far, but I have another test scheduled just to make sure. I have spoken to his mother and she apologized to me even though it's not her fault. She told me that she understood why I want him punished. She asked that I let it stay in the hands of the law rather than I hurt him or have him hurt. He's in hiding but he still calls and texts me from random numbers. He still lies and tries to manipulate me. I've just been documenting everything he says and texts to me. Oh, at this point everyone knows. I mean everyone, even little kids. And I feel more humiliated now than I did at first. An NBSP. My husband posted my body online. The more I know, the more I just want the earth to swallow me up. Third update, the 6th of December 2022. This man has destroyed everything I have worked for and has completely destroyed the very little sense of stability and safety I had left. I had to resign from my job. A job that I loved. Jobs don't come easy for me with the way that I look. I can't work there anymore because I am a potential danger to the children and staff. Since perverted men have started to harass me at work. I work with vulnerable children and mothers who have heard about me have started to refuse me working with their children. Some don't want me to be involved with their child because their husbands can't stop being weird. Fathers have leered at me or made lewd comments toward me, and one of them even offered me money to sleep with him. Men have catcalled me with greater frequency than ever before. Men stare at me. A man followed me from my dentist office and groped me on the street. Random men call my phone, my family home and office to verbally abuse me because my husband has posted my address, my personal and work email, phone numbers, workplace address and every other bit of information online. It is as if the eyes and judgment of the entire world is on me. Yes, the great majority of people are sympathetic, kind and in support of me. Many people have reached out in support of me. From old classmates to former colleagues, neighbors, members of my religious community, family, friends. His family and many more have expressed solidarity and kindness, but the crazies and perverts who believe him and are like him are bolder, louder and much more noticeable. Then I find out from my lawyers and their investigators that he was drugging me and assaulting me as I slept. I suffer from migraines and insomnia and take medication for it. He saw my medication as opportunity to drug me with my own prescriptions. He was actually bragging on a forum where other perverts congregate how he was so clever for drugging me with my own medication, and they were encouraging him to do more things to me. Soon-to-be ex-husband has also decided to spread rumors that I was aware of the cameras and pressured him into posting online, and there are people who believe him. He also changed his mind about not pressing charges. I went to court. The judge and prosecutors were sympathetic and dismissed the case. It was a combination of my lawyers explaining the circumstances that led to me slapping him and his subsequent actions, threatening me, attacking me, doxing me and blackmailing me by saying he didn't care about the slap, and that he would drop everything if I forgave him. My lawyers used his own words against him since he wrote it in text, and on a recorded call he admitted to me not having slapped him that hard and that he only pressed charges to cause me harm. But his crimes against me are still being investigated by the prosecutors. Uploaded this before, but it was deleted for some reason. An NBSP reminder: I am not the original poster.
You ever read a story and remember it's illegal to kill someone?
My blood pressure just shot up on that last update. I am assuming he's spreading this around her community. Recognizing someone who you know in full veil on some grainy homemade porn vid would be very difficult. I hope she can take him for everything he's worth in the divorce, and their country will then remove him from the population for a nice long while. I'm hoping they can rehabilitate him to not be worthless. But I'll take permanent separation from society as an alternative. I hope Whoop finds justice and peace. I'm really glad she has family and friends in her corner. What a horrific excuse for a human being her ex is. I hope he rots. As a Muslim woman, I hope this sad excuse of a man gets what he deserves in this world and hereafter. He is absolutely disgusting. I am so disgusted and so disgraced to even be the same species as this man. Oops sounds strong, and I really hope excellent karma comes her way. This post just makes me sad. What type of vile person does that sort of thing, then gets angry and blackmails the person they wronged? Hope Oop gets all the assistance and success in court they need. I wish I could post a comment that is even scarcely comforting, wise or empathetic, but I simply do not have the words. Even as an agnostic, I wish I could believe in divine retribution, because I do not believe any justice this world can offer would be sufficient for this poor woman.
I hope he gets hit by a bus.
First of all, FCK him. I remember being horrified the first time I read this. The update has left me feeling the same. Like it wasn't vile enough for him to post videos of her online. But then he goes ahead and posted her personal information as well? Second, I'm really hoping secular and religious courts both come through for her. That poor woman. I would be broken-hearted and honestly livid. The filthy bastard. I think I would go for him. The betrayal is enormous. Oh God. I had to delete what I wanted to do to this guy because it would have gotten me banned. I hope they lock him up and throw away the key and give her all his worldly possessions as damages. In her place, I'd probably go for a name change and move to a different country. At least no one would recognize her in full gear. OMG, that poor woman. I hope she sues for damages. I hope she can sue.
Yup, Evil is real.
She needs to pack up and move. She needs to change her name. Her family should change their name too. And either go to a new city or a completely new neighborhood. She's clearly now in danger. Hope the scumbag rots in jail. Disgusting. Vile. Psychotic. Manipulative. Drug-using. Rapey. Lying douchebag. His mother and his entire family should disown him. If they are really and actually supportive of her, and not just saying that to her face, then they would disown him. Imagine your brother or son doing such a thing. Why would you want to continue a relationship with such a monster? That just kept getting worse. Me. Last update. Wow, this guy is scum. Lowest of the low, this guy. Limbo's under the bar. Not only is this man a complete dick and deserves every bad thing to happen to him. WTF about those other men as well? It just makes me want to go full vigilante on all of them. I remember this, and I thought the update would be happy, not awful. I was photographed in the shower in a hidden camera, due to some extremely complicated circumstances. The DA did not prosecute. I'll never know how widely my photos spread or even if they did. I wish I'd headed the trigger warnings on this post. What happened to Oop is so much worse than what happened to me. I'm so sorry her husband did this. It's appalling. She needs some bodyguards that breaks the perverted men's hands any time they try something. So a slap is illegal but a grope isn't?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.